I rejected the report immediately. Causality cannot fail. Time cannot bend. Construction always comes before existence. Those are not opinions. They are the oldest equations in our civilization. I am observer seventh echo of the Karathi consensus. My species measures truth through probability. Nothing escapes the pattern. Nothing. Then the human vessel arrived. No engine signatures. No gravitational wake. No quantum residue. It simply appeared where empty space had already been. Our sensors insisted it had occupied that location for 17 hours. Our eyes insisted it had arrived 3 seconds ago. Both could not be correct. Both were. I concluded the humans had discovered an advanced cloaking field. A simple answer. A comfortable answer. I was wrong. The ship drifted without broadcasting. No weapons powered. No shields raised. No demands. Silence. That fit every human record we possessed. Humans always waited. Humans observed. Humans refused to strike first. Our archives praise their restraint as predictable diplomacy. Patterns create safety. I trusted the pattern. Fleet Commander Rest did not. He ordered 12 reconnaissance cruisers closer. The human ship remained still. Exactly as expected. I recorded another successful prediction. Then one cruiser vanished. Not exploded. Not damaged. Gone. Every sensor failed simultaneously. No debris. No radiation. No energy burst. Only absence. Rest blamed a malfunction. I blamed an experimental human teleportation device. Again, I was wrong. The missing cruiser reappeared 24 minutes later. Its crew were alive. Their memories were not. Every officer insisted they had spent nearly 40 years inside endless darkness. Medical scans proved only 24 minutes had passed. Impossible. One navigator had grown a full beard. Another had written thousands of pages of equations onto the interior walls using his own blood. None of the equations meant anything. Yet our computers refused to erase them. The symbols kept returning. I concluded the humans had attacked their minds. Psychological warfare. Elegant. Efficient. Wrong again. The equations predicted stellar events before they happened. Stars collapsed exactly where the impossible symbols said they would. Entire observatories confirmed it. The frightened crews begged never to approach the human vessel again. Commander Ress ignored them. Fear spreads faster than logic. He ordered battle formations. The human ship did nothing. Again. Always waiting. Always calm. Always silent. Their behavior became another certainty inside my calculations. Humans endure. Humans never rush. Humans force others to make mistakes first. The pattern strengthened. I believed I understood them. Then another mystery appeared. The human vessel had no visible weapons. Scans confirmed smooth armor across its entire surface. No launch ports. No cannons. No missile bays. No drones. Nothing. Rest laughed. Our enemy forgot to arm itself. The fleet relaxed. So did I? The pattern remained intact. An unarmed ship cannot threaten 12 battle groups. Mathematics guaranteed victory. Then one of our destroyers fired without permission. No command. No warning. One plasma lance. Just one. The beam crossed empty space. The human ship did not dodge. It simply remained motionless. The plasma vanished. Not absorbed. Not reflected. Not blocked. It disappeared halfway between both fleets. The empty vacuum swallowed pure energy. Every scientist aboard my station screamed. Vacuum cannot consume directed plasma. Commander Ress accused the weapons officer of sabotage. The officer insisted he had never fired. The firing logs insisted he had. Security recordings showed him standing perfectly still. No one moved. Yet the weapon discharged anyway. I concluded humans had infiltrated our systems. Cyber warfare. Predictable. Wrong. Again. Every disconnected computer reached the same impossible conclusion. The plasma beam had struck its target yesterday. Yesterday. Not today. Time records collapsed into contradiction. Our historians began arguing with our physicists. Neither noticed the human ship slowly moving closer. No engines. No acceleration. It simply occupied shorter distances. That should have frightened me. Instead, curiosity consumed me. I requested permission to observe from a closer vessel. Ress accepted. He still believed humans feared conflict. I boarded the science frigate Silent Measure. We approached within visual range. The ship filled every viewport. Black. Not painted. Not metallic. Its surface resembled empty space, carved into impossible geometry. Stars disappeared against its hull. Light seemed unwilling to touch it. I assumed the strange material absorbed photons. Wrong. The stars behind it occasionally became visible through solid armor, as if the ship could not decide whether it existed. Crew members avoided looking directly at it. Those who stared too long whispered identical words. It's already gone. None could explain the sentence. Neither could I. Our scanners finally detected life. One biological signature. Only one. An enormous vessel. Thousands of compartments. One living human. Impossible. Even humans cannot operate such a craft alone. Our translators intercepted a transmission. Not a warning. Not a threat. Only 6 words. You still believe you're observing us. Commander Ress smiled. Open communication. No reply. Instead, our sensors displayed thousands of identical human vessels surrounding us. Every direction. Above. Below. Behind. Ahead. A perfect sphere. Weapons locked. Our fleet panicked instantly. I did not. Simple answer. Holograms. Decoys. Psychological pressure. Humans excel at deception. The pattern still survived. Then every duplicate disappeared except one. No energy fluctuation. No distortion. Nothing. Had there ever been more than one? No recording agreed. Crew members started arguing over memories that no longer matched. Some remembered 5 ships. Others remembered millions. One officer insisted humanity had never arrived at all. His brain scan showed severe trauma. No physical cause. I began feeling something unknown. Not fear. Something colder. The pattern itself was cracking. Ress finally issued the order. Destroy it. Every warship armed simultaneously. The stars trembled beneath the glow of charging weapons. The human ship remained silent. Still waiting. Exactly as humans always did. I almost relaxed. Patterns always return. Patterns always survive. Then the human finally spoke again. One sentence. Calm. Almost compassionate. You mistake patience for limitation. Every weapon in our fleet shut itself down. No attack. No explosion. No hacking signal. Just silence. Our reactors continued working. Our engines obeyed commands. Only weapons refused to exist. Engineers opened the launch bays. The missiles were gone. Entire arsenals had vanished. Empty racks. Clean metal. No residue. No theft. As though the weapons had never been manufactured. Commander Ress screamed for emergency retreat. For the first time in recorded Karathi history. Space itself refused to let us leave. Retreat was impossible. Not difficult. Not delayed. Impossible. Every jump engine reported perfect condition. Every navigation system displayed open escape vectors. Yet space refused every command. Reality accepted our calculations. Reality ignored our movement. I concluded the humans had built the greatest gravity trap ever conceived. A weapon. A prison. A masterpiece. I was wrong. Again. The stars outside our viewports began to drift. Not our ships. The stars. Entire constellations slid across the void like reflections on dark water. Galaxies twisted. Nebulae folded. Distances lost meaning. Our mathematicians collapsed where they stood. Their equations could no longer describe existence. Commander Ress ordered every fleet to fire. Nothing happened. Weapons no longer belonged to history. The launch officers searched their inventories. Empty. Factory records. Empty. Military archives. Empty. Blueprint databases. Empty. According to every official record, our civilization had never invented ship-mounted weapons. Entire centuries had been rewritten. I stared at the impossible. Memory fought evidence. Evidence defeated memory. Then the human ship finally opened. No massive hangar. No armored doors. Just one narrow passage. A single figure floated into space. No helmet. No visible protection. Only a dark suit covered with silver lines that glowed like living veins. A human. One. Standing between two armadas. Vacuum should have destroyed the body instantly. Instead, space bent gently around the human. I decided the suit generated an advanced force field. Wrong. My scanners detected no field. No shield. No pressure envelope. The vacuum simply refused to harm the human. Our translators activated automatically. The human smiled. We're sorry. Commander Ress roared. You imprison us and apologize? The human nodded. Yes. That answer confused me more than every impossible event before it. Predators do not apologize. Conquerors do not apologize. Victors celebrate. Humans did none of those things. The pattern shattered completely. The human looked toward the stars instead of us. I know what you're thinking. No. No one could know a Karathi thought. Our neural frequencies cannot be read. The human continued anyway. You believe this is a weapon. Silence. It isn't. Commander Ress laughed with exhausted madness. Our fleets cannot move. Correct. Our history is changing. Correct. Our weapons never existed. Correct. The human lowered their eyes. No. Another impossible answer. If this isn't war. I whispered before realizing I had spoken aloud. What is it? The human looked directly into my observation lens. For one impossible heartbeat. I believe they were looking only at me. It is rescue. Every bridge across the fleet erupted into angry disbelief. Rescue? From what? There was no enemy. No disaster. No cosmic storm. The human raised one hand. The stars disappeared. Not hidden. Gone. Behind them. Something moved. It was larger than galaxies. Larger than imagination. It had no shape because shape itself broke around it. My eyes rejected it. My mind rejected my eyes. Our instruments shut down to protect themselves. The thing had been approaching for millions of years. None of us had seen it. Humans had. Commander Ress whispered. What is that? The human answered quietly. The reason we became impossible. The creature touched the edge of our universe. Reality screamed. Not metaphorically. Every communication channel filled with one endless sound. The sound of existence tearing. Stars vanished where the creature passed. Time collapsed behind it. Entire civilizations ceased before they could begin. I assumed humanity would attack. Their legendary hidden weapon. Their final defense. Wrong. Always wrong. Instead, the human warship moved. No acceleration. No engines. It simply chose another location, directly between the universe and the thing. The black hull unfolded, not mechanically. Like an idea becoming real. Its impossible geometry expanded until it covered light years. I finally understood why sensors believed it had existed before construction. It had. Not through time travel. Through survival. The ship rebuilt itself backward through history every time it was destroyed. Every future battle strengthened its past. Every victory made yesterday stronger. Every defeat became tomorrow's blueprint. The warship had survived battles that had not happened yet. It was not violating causality. It was feeding it. Our greatest theories collapsed forever. The creature struck first. There was no explosion. Only absence. Entire sections of the human ship disappeared. Then, they returned. Not repaired. Never damaged. The ship remembered futures where those sections survived. Reality accepted the memory. The wounds vanished. Again. 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 The human ship did not heal. It selected better histories. I watched in speechless horror. Humans were not resisting destruction. They were refusing the versions of themselves that lost. Commander Ress fell to his knees. We cannot fight that. The human smiled sadly. We know. Then how have you survived? For the first time. The human hesitated. Then came the answer I will never forget. Because humans don't survive by winning. Silence. We survive by refusing to stop existing. The black warship advanced. The impossible creature hesitated. For the first time, something older than the universe stepped backward. Not from fear. From recognition. It knew humanity. It had failed before. Countless times. The battle lasted 1 heartbeat. Or 10 billion years. Time had become meaningless. Then, the creature was gone. Reality stitched itself together. Stars returned. History stabilized. Our fleets could move again. Weapons returned to existence. Every missing missile rested peacefully inside its launch rack. As though nothing had happened. The human ship shrank back into its original form. Scarless. Silent. Waiting. Exactly as before. I believed I finally understood the pattern. Humans observed. Humans waited. Humans endured. Then the human looked at me one last time. You still don't understand. I froze. They were right. I don't. The human smile carried more exhaustion than triumph. We never wait because we're peaceful. A pause. We wait because every second gives the future another chance to save the past. The transmission ended. The ship disappeared. Not with engines. Not with light. Simply. Gone. Our fleets returned home. Empires celebrated survival. Scientists rewrote every law. Religions collapsed. Children learned a different history. Only I kept watching the stars. Sometimes. For less than a heartbeat. I think I see a black silhouette drifting between galaxies. Always silent. Always waiting. Protecting beings who will never understand why they are still alive. And every time I see it, I remember the first impossible report. I finally know it was true.